Costco customer service and return policy. Is it as good as people say? Well, I'll put it to the test twice in the last week. Let me tell you how it went. So welcome everyone to my channel. I am Anne, the little Frenchie in Big Texas. In this channel, I talk about homesteading, food preservation, cooking, stores, pretty much everything that's going on in my life. I have 2 girls, we talk homeschooling as well. So if that's of interest to you, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And why don't you also ring up the bell so that you'll be notified every time there's a new video coming up. But today it is about Costco and the return policy, customer service. So I had 2 topics here. The first one, I bought a gingerbread house for the girls to make. And we actually did a live building the gingerbread house 2 weeks ago. If you haven't seen it, I will put the link above. You can just click and watch it and see what happened when we opened the box. The girls were so excited, and it's not the first time we buy that gingerbread house from Costco. It brings, it's a pre-built house, so very easy to do. You just have to decorate the fun part. And it also has 2 trees and 2 gingerbread men to put on the side. And when we opened it, there was just a house. No tree, no gingerbread man, no additional pieces. I mean, there are a few additional pieces too to play with, nothing. So I did my live, we continued. When we opened the box with 2 kids, they want to do it anyway. So we did the house. And then I was wondering whether Costco would accept the return given we had already kind of used it and built the house. So we brought it back the week just after Thanksgiving. So it was pretty busy here. All the return shelves were full, but the line was pretty short and they were pretty quick at processing returns and customer complaints and so on. So I came to the register with my box empty. And the lady said, okay, membership card. I gave her the membership card and said, okay, what's wrong? And I told her, we opened it and there was no gingerbread man, no trees. We were disappointed. It's not like what it shows. And she said, okay. So she opened it up and oops, there was nothing inside. She's like, but where's the house? I said, well, if you have kids, you know that once it's open, they want to do it, you know? So the house is at home or in the trash, but it's not here. She didn't know what to do. So she went to talk to her manager and I could see the 2 of them. It took 10 seconds and the manager just told her, go. So pretty much process the return. So it just got processed. I was ready to play my YouTube video for them. It's a bit long, but I was ready to show them that when we opened it, it was not there. But I didn't even have to. It just got reimbursed right away. So first test, a good pass here. Now, second one. It's a bit different here. It's not exactly a recall, it's more a voluntary product information. So Costco has quite a few honey, at least here in Texas, a selection of honey. And one of them is Texas honey. And we do have hives on the homestead, but they're rather recent and they don't always produce. Like this year, we didn't have much honey. And in previous years, we didn't produce it either. So we had a year with good honey, but before and after, not too much. So I did buy quite a bit of that Texas honey at Costco because I love honey and I use quite a bit. So they sent to all their customers that had bought that honey some product information saying pretty much that it was supposed to be Texas-based honey only, and it wasn't at the end. They used other non-local honey. And if we were not satisfied with the product or we're not happy with it, we could just return it. And we didn't even have to give them the honey back. We could just bring the receipt and go to the customer service. So I did go back and I found a few receipts that had this Texas honey on. So I don't know how many I found. I actually found one from 2019 because it went up to 2019. That was $8.99 and right now it was $10.99 last they had it, so plus $2 just on the side here. But I found a few, maybe enough for $50. So I told her, well, my second thing is you had some kind of recall on the honey. She said, oh, yeah. She knew exactly what I was talking about. And I said, well, I've got my receipts here. So I put them on the counter. She said, okay, hold on. And then she went to talk to somebody else who came over to help her. And here it was not a manager. It was more like a technical help on the machine. And it took her like 3-4 minutes. So I was wondering what they were doing on the machine. And then all of a sudden she said, yeah, it went up to $174. You want it on your credit card? I thought, wow. First, I didn't know I had spent that much on Texas honey at Costco since 2019, but that's what it is. But I was amazed. She went back all the way to 2019 on all my purchases to identify the Texas honey. And they reimbursed me for all of it. I mean, that I was impressed on that one. Twice, the customer service was exceptional. I have to say, I was not expecting, I mean, for the house, I wasn't too sure. I knew I would win anyway if I played them my video, but I didn't even have to, so that was really good. And then for the honey, all the way back on their machine they did, I was impressed. So for me, really 5-star. If you have any doubt, I'm not sure you would get the same customer service at another competitor, not to name it, where the line is much bigger, the employees are not as nice, and you don't get that service. So really 5-star to Costco here, impressed. If you doubt it and you do not have a membership, okay, you need to buy volume for it to work. But if you have a big family and buy quite a bit, it's definitely worth it, and that return policy is exceptional. So just wanted to share my experience here. I hope you found it useful, and if you did, please hit the thumbs up, and as I said before, subscribe to the channel. Thank you all for watching. So on a side note, Costco no longer offers this local honey. They have another local honey brand, but the prices jumped to $13.99. where it used to be $8.99 in 2019, just to give you an idea of inflation here. And here's our gingerbread mansion. Sorry, it wasn't a house, it was a mansion. And on each side, you can see the trees and the gingerbread man, and even the little like window thing at the top of the roof is for you to build. So these were additional gingerbread panels to assemble that were not in the box.